Hello and welcome to TEXTSPLIT. My name's Jeff, I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right in. By the end of this short video, you'll understand how to use this function to split data into columns, into rows and columns. This is a pretty cool function. Let's head straight to Excel. Exercise 1. Here, we have some data that includes the name, the email address, and the department. When I pasted this data into Excel, it ended up in a single column, but I want it split into multiple columns. This is a perfect case for the text split function. It looks like this, equals text split, and then you give it the text you want to split, like this cell here in B8, comma. Then we give it the column delimiter. That's the little separator that separates the columns. In this case, it's a comma. I need to enclose that in quotes. And there are some other arguments which we'll look at in the next couple of exercises. And then we just close the function and enter. Perfect. And now what we can do is we can just fill that formula down, and got it. So that is splitting data into columns. Let's take a look at the next exercise, exercise 2. Here we have daily columns, and in each day we have a list of the volunteers for that day. When I pasted this into Excel, the volunteer names came into the same cell. I want them split into separate cells so it's easier to read. Equals text split. The text we want to split is here in B7, comma. The next argument is the column delimiter. We don't really want this split into columns, so we don't really have a column delimiter. So we're just going to hit comma and go to the next argument. This argument is the row delimiter, and this is the character that identifies the rows. In this case, it's a comma, so once again we're going to enclose it in quotes. Close function and enter. And now we can see that we've split this value into rows. And then we can just fill this to the right. And now we've got it for every day. And that makes this list of volunteers a lot easier to read. So we can split values into columns. We can split them into rows. Can we split them into columns and rows? I don't know. Let's find out in the next exercise, exercise 3. Here we have a list of product bundles. When I pasted this into Excel, it all ended up in the same cell. If I take a look, what I can see is we have the essentials pack, which includes an iPhone, a protective case, a screen protector, and a 20-watt charger. And then there's a semicolon, and then there is the next bundle, Pro Productivity Bundle, MacBook Pro, wireless mouse, external keyboard, and then there's a semicolon. So it looks like what happens is there's a comma that separates the items within the bundle, and then the semicolon identifies the new bundles. So we have two different delimiters here. So let's go with text split. The text we want to split is in B7, comma, and then the column delimiter. So here I'll use a comma enclosed in quotes, comma. The next argument is the row delimiter. So here it's the semicolon, and once again I'm going to enclose it in quotes. Let's close function and enter. And now we can see this is a lot easier to see. We have the essentials pack and then all of the items. We have the Pro Productivity Bundle and then all the items. Home office setup and then all the items. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see this whole range. We also notice some of these have NA errors, and that's because there's a different number of items in each bundle. For example, the essentials pack has 1, 2, 3, 4 items. The Pro Productivity Pack has 3 items, and this home office setup has 5 items. And that's why we get these errors. So what we can do is edit our function. Let's add another argument, comma, and then we get the ignore empty. This would help if there are any empty values within this list. Comma, match mode. This would be important if you're trying to match based on case. In our case, it doesn't matter because we're using commas and semicolons. But in some cases, you might have letters, and you might want this delimiter then to be case sensitive. So just keep that in mind depending on what you're working on. And then comma. The final argument is pad width. This means instead of using an NA error, we want to pad this with a different value. For example, we could use a 0, close function and enter, and that replaces those errors with a 0. In this case, that's not exactly what we want to do. Here, we'll just replace it with double quotes, which is an empty string. Enter. And that looks a lot better. Now, what happens if we actually want the bundle names across the top with the items in that column? In other words, we want to kind of transpose it. Well, the good news is Excel has a built-in function called transpose. So we can simply edit our formula and wrap the transpose function around our text split function and enter. And now we get the bundle names across the top with each of the items in their respective columns. So that's how we can use the text split function. We can split values into columns, into rows, and into both rows and columns in the same formula. Pretty cool. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Hey Excel user, if you ever need to create summary reports, check out my Pivot Table for Beginners video. It starts at the beginning and shows how to store the data transactions in a table and then how to summarize those transactions with a pivot table report. I hope it helps unlock the incredible power of pivot tables.
This video is a production of Excel University.